Hello and welcome back to another episode. Currently I'm by myself. We'll see if Mara joins in at any point. But I've always been interested by the idea of doing a hardcore world, but I've never really done one. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see what I can do. Because hardcore worlds are typically very heavy on building. Because, well, what else are you gonna do? So, we're gonna see how this goes, and hopefully I can do an okay job. But I also plan on having this be a little bit of a roleplay. Another thing that I don't know how it's gonna go, we're gonna try it out, we're gonna see. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Hello, I am Shaye, and I was sent to this land in search of intelligent life. And, well, this is where I've landed so far. And it doesn't look the best. So far, we have some ocean creatures. Looks like there are some land creatures as well. But based on my database, neither of those are intelligent enough for what I'm searching for. My search will have to continue once I get some basic supplies ready for survival. Managed to find some signs of life here, although they seem to be decently old. It could lead me to something in the future. So I'm going to attempt to excavate the relic and see what I can find. Perhaps it might have some materials that are useful to me in my journey. Unfortunately, with most of my excavation complete, as for the resources I was able to gather, there were not too many. The only other location could be hidden here. And it looks like this was where most of the treasure was stored. Although even it is not the most resources, I'll have to continue looking for more valuable materials. It definitely seems that there have been fairly significant remnants of civilization here, although I need to be wary now. Seems that nighttime is falling, and my data suggests that these parts are not safe at night. Hostile creatures tend to come out of the darkness. Although it's unclear exactly where they come from, they seem to mean harm to any living being, no matter what. So, I shall prepare a quick shelter for the night, and then I'll take note of where that is. Once I have somewhere to put my supplies, I'll go back and excavate it. After spending some time, it unfortunately took all night, I was able to find a suitable location to store my equipment, as this seems to be a fairly defensible location from the hostile creatures. I see more remnants of civilization, and there are even animals, which can provide me with some sustenance while I perform my search. So it seems like this is a suitable location to start, and I believe it'll be best if I get some sort of simple home set up here. Things have improved somewhat. I've managed to prepare a location that is, or at least it should be, safe from the hostels. I've started a small farm that can either be food for me or food for the animals. And unfortunately, it seems that these creatures are in need of my help. Because there's only one sheep currently left alive. The other managed to fall off the water, I think. So I need to go find a new one. But once I do, I should be able to get a food supply that way. And the other thing I can do is that ruin that we found before, along with, of course, I'll check out that one. But it had a map in it. And I feel like it could lead us towards something. Hopefully, a village of some kind. If not, more gear to keep me alive until I can find civilization. So, adventure time. While I was getting ready to head out, I saw a little bit green poking through there. And it seems I've attracted a friend. A not very friendly friend. And it turns out I still have some work to do in terms of preparing this place to be entirely safe. I also want to take on one of these creatures. Their drops are surprisingly valuable when you have low resources. So, since he's so kindly provided for me, I won't say no. But what I have done, although not too much, is through here, we have a little cow. Unfortunately, they are the only one at the moment. I was going to look for sheep and instead found a cow. Oops! But, from my knowledge, more animals are better, as different animals provide different resources that could be useful. So, I will still take the cow, even if it's not the initial animal that I was looking for. But I would still like to get a second of some kind. Because unfortunately, one animal does not get me very far. Well, this is unexpected. First off, it's much colder over here. So I was not expecting to find too much. Would you look at that? I found a little bunny. Now, they're certainly not the best, but they are used for a couple of useful things later down the line, mostly. But one of their earlier uses, according to the books, if I can get some carrots to breed them, of course, I can make some bundles. Which, considering at the moment I'm carrying 1 wheat, 1 dirt, 3 iron ingots, 2 seeds, a door, a fish, and 10 lapis, that a bundle would be rather effective in cleaning that mess up. So, I figured I'd stop and grab them and bring a little bunny home with us. And actually, that right there should be home, so it's not even too horribly far away, which is really nice. The terrain seems to be quite varied, which is very fun, actually. Means I have a large variety of things I can work with. But I'm gonna go back, grab the other bunny, because I did see a second one, and I'll find somewhere to put them, because they're a little more troublesome to hold on to than sheeps and cows. Well, hello there, sir. You seem more intelligent. You are trying to trade. Actually, the water bottle I could obtain. However, most of the other items that he is attempting to sell me have no real value to me. So, trader, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing here, but I'm afraid you're gonna need to leave. And in all honesty, that lead is useful, so I shall be taking it. I'm sure you don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and come over here real quick, because I did make a little room for the bunnies. I haven't gone back to grab the other one yet, but if we come in here, I've made them a small little cave. I will probably see about expanding it later, but we have somewhere for them to be, and I need one more door. Let me go grab that real quick. And then we'll go and put the bunnies in place. Yeah. I should probably stop stepping on my farmland. Crops don't seem to do all that well when stepped on. If I come, we'll go ahead and put that second door in place. And that way we have a little bit of a double lock system to hopefully help prevent any escapees. There we go. Now we're going to attempt to guide the rabbit where we want it to go. Let's see how this goes. Because it's going to go either one of two ways. Either it listens, or we have to painfully try and convince it to go in. Go on, little buddy. There we go. I do actually feel like I should put that in place as well, just in case. But there we go. Rabbit number 1 is in place. And now we just need to go fetch its little friend. We don't want to keep them separated for too long, now do we? And there we go. Bunnies have been reunited. And eventually, when this one grows up and we get some carrots, we can grow the family. It'll be perfect. Now, on the other hand, the other animals are also prepared. At least the ones that I have gathered. We've got the sheep here. And the cows over here, of course. And I feel like the cows are okay. But the sheep definitely will need some sort of improvement. As their little hole, there's really no better way to describe it, is not satisfactory. We'll come up with something better later, though. But now, before we do too much more, I think it's time that we look at the buried treasure map. Now, this is one that we obtained very early on. We just never had a chance to investigate it because we were busy setting things up. So, now that we have a little bit of food, the animals are going, so they will be good soon. Let's see what we can find in terms of some potential buried treasure. Because it looks like it should be quite close to us, actually. But this is probably the one that I found over here. We'll have to head back for the other one that I found. In fact, it appears to be barely within the borders of this map. Along with this little thing over here. That appears to be a portal. Of course, it's all broken down, so it's not going to work. But it has some stuff. Nothing of any real value to us, other than the gold blocks. However, unfortunately, I don't have iron yet. Specifically an iron pickaxe. And as such, I will not be able to collect it, which is quite unfortunate. Alright. Looks like it is right around here. And it's quite deep as well. Which is actually the exact reason why I brought this door. However, it's also quite dark. We are incredibly deep, actually. Let me... Oh my gosh. It's hard to see much of anything. Oh, that's iron ore. I think I might have found some iron down here. In which case, I will happily take it. It's just really inconvenient. Let me see what I can do about flipping this around so it faces that way, and I'm going to build a little hut. That way I can get some light here. There we go. Now we are actually very close. So it should be somewhere around here. It was the very obvious one. But it was worth it. Ooh, potions of water breathing. Oh. Okay. There we go. We've gotten this one. Not too bad. Gonna go ahead and retrieve the door, because it is still somewhat useful to us. And, well, I really don't need this map anymore, so I'll just toss that. But I've heard that the Heart of the Sea is actually a fairly valuable item. So we'll have to see if we are able to tap into its power in any way. Unfortunately, not many records are left behind on how it works. That might be something I have to mess around with and tweak just a little bit. But let's see if we can find anything on the other map. Along with that ship over there has not even been touched. So we still have the option of going to that one as well. Well, we're here, and interestingly enough, it just so happens to be next to those ruins that we found earlier. So that is actually quite good, because it means it could be related. Of course, there's no guarantee, but it does seem like there's a bit of a higher chance due to the proximity. Looks like we've got another Heart of the Sea relic. More diamonds this time. The swords are actually convenient because it means I won't need to spend any iron on them. And more potions. We'll have to see if those come in of any real use. But there's a good chance that they might. Now, I only want one of you. Whoever gets in first could be considered the winner, as they get a new home. Looks like it's you. Alright. We mostly are traveling along the ocean, so it should be fine. I'll sleep when I make it back to base. And then we get to go and explore the third ship and see if it also has any treasure for us to find. Now, this is an interesting find. I know about these kinds of items, but these smithing templates, they appear to have a theme. Now, we're going to have to see if we can figure out exactly how they look later, but this one definitely seems to have been a much richer ship than the other ones that we looked at. So, perhaps we might get even luckier. I mean, the last one did give us 3 diamonds. First one gave us 1 diamond. So, there's a good chance that we'll get some decent stuff out of it. Or, there's, of course, always the chance that we get nothing. But that would be quite unfortunate. It does actually appear to be one that we have not looked at yet. In fact, it's off to the north. We have not done much traveling to the north, so I'm not entirely sure what is in that direction. Guess it's time for us to explore a little further. Well, this is somewhat unfortunate. Or is it? Hold on. Because our previous one is down somewhere around here. But it was deep in the water. Because I do remember we came and visited this portal in particular. See, everything as we left it, including the Silk Touch pickaxe, which doesn't do much good because it's gold and you can't mine anything. I mean, one thing I will be doing is I will be grabbing the gold now. We have the iron pickaxe, so we might as well. But it appears that this is, in fact, a separate treasure. Because it's here on this little island instead. Oh dear. Whoops. Actually, I don't even have any wood on me. How foolish of me. Come here, tree. I prepared the extra axe, but I forgot about the extra shovel. I didn't even bring any sticks with me. Good thing I at least have the iron. I'm proving to be somewhat unreliable in my preparations. Let's go ahead, get ourselves a replacement shovel now, and keep searching. Okay. Well, in that case, it's probably going to be more in this direction. It's just somewhere around here. This does not seem to be going well for me. Uh-oh. Well, I was significantly worse at this one. You can see I was digging in the wrong direction. Whoops. But the good news is, we did, in fact, get quite the resource haul. Although, I need to see about actually, first off, not drowning. Second off, tossing out some of this cobble. Because I don't need cobble. I also don't need those arrows. I don't even have a weapon to use them with. I also... oh, right, I can toss the map now. And that's how I'll pick up the crafting table. There we go. Alright. Overall, not too bad. We have now gotten 7 diamonds. Completely for free. We haven't needed to do anything. Which is, of course, very nice. It also means we're not wasting anything on diamond ore when we don't have the enchantments. Because honestly, it's not worth it. Before people found that system, oh, they got so few items, it just really was terrible. So we're just going to work on working straight towards that as soon as we can. That is, in fact, part of why I would like to find civilization, as the villagers specialized in various enchantments. Of course, it was based off of their living conditions that caused them to specialize. But still, we've also got a nice little map that doesn't show much at the moment. But it is the beginning. And so, I will set it up on the wall here. That's our first map. Not much, but we're gonna work on it. Alright, well, overall, not too bad. We've got quite a few resources now, and I believe we can start working on settling down and building things up. But, for now, that is going to be all. Shaye, signing off for now.